Fuck, where's Colin? He's in the fridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Wait What, episode 8. As usual, it's me here with Stephen.
Wagwan?
You took too long to respond. I got scared.
Sorry, man. I'm always here. You should know that.
I know.
Only for you.
We have been talking for, 2 hours?
No? What are you on about? Don't kill the magic. This is a whole new day. A whole separate recording. We didn't just record episode 7, then discuss guitars, play a bit of guitar, and then look at laptops for me to buy for half an hour. And then go, oh shit, we need to record episode 8. That's how much love we put in for you guys. We remember, oh shit, we better do some episodes. How are you?
I'm as good as I was earlier, mate.
Yeah, good. Please defer back to episode 7 about how Jono was feeling. Here we go again. Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh. It sounds like we're getting bored of them, but we're not. Here we go again. We're back again. We've got some stuff to talk about. There are things. I've got a man who can't talk that well now, a woman who was shot in the boob, and people getting drunk in cupboards. What have you got?
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. I've got some strong fucking news stories.
Right, I have got a little tech update with the NVIDIA RTX Voice.
Yep.
We've got some UFO videos that have been declassified.
Oh.
And we have got a story which we have spoken about already of the the legend Brian May.
His arse shredding.
yeah, not his usual shredding.
Yeah, nice. Maybe he tried to play the guitar with his bum. Okay, let's just kick off. What would you like to know about first? A man who can't talk that well, a woman who was shot in the boob, or some people getting drunk in cupboards?
It was the woman being shot in the boob, which took me by surprise when you read them out.
I imagine it took her by surprise too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here comes the headline. Woman survives being shot in the chest due to breast implants. I've got an X-ray here. It's more like X-rated. It's an X-ray of her boobs. I'm loving it. Oh my god, that's a 3D image of her boobs, but not her actual boobs. This is very confusing. I'm going to put the link in the chat right now because I want you to see the weird... What I like about Zencastr, shout out to Zencastr for being great, is that you can pop little links in like that, and then Jono can click on it if he's paying attention.
He is.
And then you see the X-rated X-ray.
Yep.
And then you scroll down.
Oh, wow.
Both disgusting and erotic at the same time. So, the woman survived being shot in the chest because of her breast implants. The 30-year-old had been walking down the street in Toronto. No one gets shot in Canada. When someone apologised straight afterwards. Love Canadians. When she felt pain and saw blood coming from her chest. The examination at the hospital subsequently revealed that she'd been shot. Well, I mean, anyone could have figured that one out. With a single bullet entry wound identified above her left nipple. But if you look at that, you see there's like 3 arrows, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what these 3 arrows are. Maybe it's where it went in and where it came out.
It looks like...
Because the trajectory, big words, I've watched CSI, of the entry wound on the left nipple comes out in a downward fashion just below the right tit. The language in that sentence went down so quickly. Started with trajectory, ended with tit.
Well, yeah, because it says here, further examinations revealed the bullet had ended up in her lower right chest, having travelled through the left implant and been diverted over with such force that the right implant was flipped upside down.
Yeah. She suffered nothing more than a broken rib and 2 holes in her tits. Both implants had to be removed. So, I mean, she suffered more than a broken rib then.
Oh, yeah, I've just scrolled down and seen those.
Yeah.
There's some Adson forceps in the background there.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, I worked in the NHS once.
Yeah.
Ugh. This happened 2 years ago, and the firearm and the shooter have not been identified.
Wow.
I can tell you this, though. He was either she was short, or he was really tall, or he was up in, like, a window.
Yeah.
Or she was kneeling down. But then the shot would still have had to have been, like, from up high. It could be, there was, years ago, I heard a guy was, like, shooting targets in his back garden, and one of them like ricocheted off the. I think he was either shooting a target or cans or something, and went straight up in the air, and eventually came down through the roof of a church and killed a child.
Oh, wow.
And like he was caught because it was identified whether like someone had put in complaints about him shooting, and then they tested the gun against the bullet that killed the kid, and I think he went away for it because he shouldn't have been shooting in his back garden. But something like this, like it could have happened the same. Like someone could have literally shot a gun in the air.
Yeah.
The bullet has to come down, and it's the right kind of like angle to hit her from.
Well, it's just the way it kind of vaguely says that she was walking down the street and then she felt pain. Like,
and you'd hear the gun. Yeah, you'd be like, there was a gun noise. I'm now in pain. Someone has shot me. But that's what makes me feel like it's something like that, where it's that she didn't hear the gun noise. I know the suppressors exist, but like I feel like even with them, there's going to be some amount of noise. It suppresses, it doesn't completely cull off.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like someone's somewhere nearby would have reacted differently, and it would have been like more obvious to her that she'd been shot.
Yeah.
If there was just like a general gunman in the area. Maybe she was like right on the border to America and she was shot by accident by an American. Because, as I say, no one in Canada to shoot him. I have this thing where I constantly nearly say Canada, even though I know that's not the word. It's because I'm thinking Canadian.
Yeah.
Right? You got American and America, right? That for some reason that works better in my head. But Canadian and then Canada. Like, it just doesn't work in my head. So then I was just like, no one gets shot in Canada.
It's funny you say that, actually. I was watching Simpsons yesterday, and there was an episode where this sort of random side character says about an ex-boyfriend who was Norwegian, and they're like, oh, where'd he go? It's like, back to Norwegia.
How far are you through Simpsons now? You must be like episode 44.
Season 18.
Fuck. I meant season 44, by the way, not episode 44.
No. Yeah, season 18.
I have, weirdly, at the moment, I'd never watched Modern Family before.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm nearly on season 3 and I only started like this week.
Yeah, that's on Netflix now, isn't it? I quite like that.
It is funny. We should, me and you should pick up an episode and do a little Netflix watch party online.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
We can watch some Modern Family together.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm in. Let me know when you want to.
We won't do it straight after this one.
Why not? But back to the news story. God, we'd be shit on the news, wouldn't we? A woman was shot in the left tit and it came out the right tit. And have you seen Modern Family? But yeah, it's madness. I can't believe, one, she was saved by fake boobs. So,
Yep.
Fake boobs for the win. Not that I had anything against them beforehand. And then I'm glad you like Modern Family too. This woman being shot in the boob has made us have a conversation where we're going to spend more time together.
Amazing.
Good job, her. Now, tell me about the RTX NVIDIA stuff. Because in between, you went and had a little break in between episode 7 and episode 8, and I watched a video.
Yep.
And it was incredible.
So
please make sure you include that in your show notes when you send it to me.
Yes, yeah, I've got them linked here. I'll email you. So I was just browsing through Reddit a few days ago, as I tend to do in the evenings, and I saw this clip from the live stream of Barnacules.
Right.
And so I think he had been trying out this NVIDIA RTX Voice. It's this AI noise cancellation. So it's only been released, I think, about a month ago. So it's really early stages. And he was testing it on a live stream, and someone had taken a clip from it and posted it to Twitter, and it just went completely viral. And now he was he was banging on his desk with a hammer, and he had this like industrial fan next to his face that was switched on, and you could not hear any of it except for his voice.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of interference with his voice, understandably, but
Yeah.
it was so clear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to remember not to. Oh, you're gonna have to remember not to edit these out. But like, for us, pre-noise cancellation, like, if I was just to like knock the desk like that, I mean, I'm assuming you could hear that.
Yeah.
And like, even just like scratching around there or like moving of the mic, Like you can kind of hear it. So to have an AI pick up, I mean, he was for people that, I mean, watch the video; they'll be in the show notes. But for people that haven't heard about it at all, he was like, like that sort of hard.
Yeah,
and
he had like a mallet.
Yeah,
in
and then
the
a
live
full
stream,
fan as well.
Yeah,
It's impressive, and for it to basically just be like a bare bones AI program and a driver install.
yeah, that's all it is. It's incredible.
See, I paid attention to what you sent me.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
More attention than I paid to it. I could do that because the amount of background noise I get from my squeaky chair and like my neighbours on their trampoline or playing the trumpet and just anything.
Oh my god, the trumpet playing.
Yeah, and like this is a really sensitive microphone.
Yeah, I called it. I said it could do with losing weight the other day, and then spoke to me since.
You should have said that in our jokes last time. That was funnier.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, no, I'd love to have it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is some restrictions on who can have it. So you need like a NVIDIA or like an RTX card in your laptop or your computer for it to work. But I mean, might have to put that on the list of things that my new laptop needs.
Yeah.
And then I can be talking to you and not giving a fuck what happens around me.
I might just have to get another PC that's like sole podcasting.
Yeah, that's all it's needed for. Damn. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? That works.
But yeah, incredible tech.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that I watched the video for the first time in a while. I actually felt like I was in the future. You know what I mean? Like, things happen so small, and like we're used to this like new phone tech and stuff like that all the time, and like everything's sort of slowly growing. But this is the first time something like this has like come out and has been so incredible.
Yeah, it feels like a much bigger leap, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a proper advance. Yeah, I want it, and it makes me sad, very sad.
We'll get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you know what would make me more sad than that?
What's that?
If I was the man from our next news story.
Beautiful segue.
Yeah. Did you hear my wheels rolling in? Man cuts off his own tongue in sacrifice to God to prevent coronavirus spread. The stonecutter, Vivek Sharma, who was 24, was reportedly so anxious about the disease spreading in India and made a sacrifice to the god Kali Mata. The 24-year-old man is lucky to be alive after he cut his tongue off in what he believed to be a bid to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The young worker, identified in India as Vivek Sharma, I think I'm pronouncing that right, probably better than he'll ever pronounce it again, reportedly did it in order to please a deity and to protect others. That's a joke I just thought of. That's why I laughed a bit instead of being able to continue the sentence.
Why is it that like a lot of our coronavirus news is coming out of India at the moment?
A lot of the stranger news stories, shall we say, do come from India.
On a slight side note for that, I saw a tweet the other day of someone who accidentally flew to India instead of Indiana.
Wow. Good work. He got off and he was like, fucking hell, it's hotter here than I thought it'd be. Yes, apparently he just got... I mean, I have anxiety, but I'm not going to cut my tongue out. So, not that you wouldn't hate that.
I don't know. I'd have to pick up a lot of the slack for this.
There's a picture of him showing like where he had his tongue stitched, like back on. Right. But you can't actually see it. So he's just there with his mouth open, staring at the camera. And he looked like I looked when I was reading it the first time. What? He had been employed as a stonecutter alongside 8 others working at a temple. Yeah, one of his co-workers said that he was an ardent devotee to Kali Mata. And on Saturday morning, he left the temple saying that he was going to go to the market, but he didn't come back. And then there's a picture of him on the floor with a lot of blood. He was unconscious when the police arrived. I imagine he was. Yeah, I can stub my toe and I'm like, woo, I'm a bit woozy. That dude cut his tongue out.
It's one thing to have your tongue cut out, but to do it yourself.
Yeah, he did it. I think he looks like he's done it in the temple. Yes, he did. As I scroll down, the next picture of him being carried away on a stretcher from the temple. When his brother rang his phone, a stranger answered and told, do you know what? When I read that, I really wanted to be When his brother rang his phone, he answered to an. Yeah, apparently he did it because he thought sacrificing the tongue would please the god. Why the tongue? That's my question.
I haven't got an answer.
No, I don't either. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I can't get my head round why that was the bit he decided to cut. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a respiratory disease, but I mean, your tongue's in your mouth, but it's not exactly responsible for the breathing. You know, like I can't handle it.
Maybe it was just because he was doing it himself, and he thought, well, you know, if I cut my own lungs out, then it's probably not going to.
He was like, I'll only probably get one of those before I die. So yeah, I don't want to ruin it. Should probably complete the job.
He's just talked himself down from like suicide to like, yeah, tongue will be fine.
Yeah, apparently the police were called by a priest, and when they arrived, he was unconscious, which I imagine he would be. So
yeah,
he was rushed to hospital where the doctors are trying to reattach his tongue. I like the idea that his like first words are, "Great, now I have to do this again." How's the coronavirus? Oh, it's not good. Yeah, of course it's not. Could you reattach my fucking tongue?
One of my friend's dads, when they were cycling home from work, it was a few years ago, I think, he was going down this kind of dark lane. I think it was the like lower path by the leisure centre.
Okay.
And he hit a log that had been moved into the path.
There was a wooden problem.
Yes, there was some sort of obstacle that should not have been there, and he's just hit that head on, flipped over the handlebars, and bitten his tongue off. Oh, yeah.
Why I didn't need to know that?
It was relevant.
No, I don't need to think about that. My tongue feels weird now.
Yeah.
It feels like every time it touches my teeth, it has trust issues.
There you go, listeners. How many of you are very aware of your tongue right now?
Oh, God, I imagine everyone. Oh, talking feels weird. What's happened? Did he get sewn back on?
Yeah, he's fine.
Can he talk normally again?
I mean, I haven't spoken to him in a while.
Oh.
But no, I think he's all right.
Fuck. Like, the worst thing is, like, no, like, all jokes aside, what do you do about that? Because you literally, like, if it's just the tip of your tongue, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you bite, like, a proper fucking portion of your tongue off...
Yeah.
Like, you can't phone someone. You're like, hello, I bit my tongue off.
And they'll just be like, you're breaking up. You got really bad signal.
Sorry, I can't hear you. It sounds like you don't have a tongue. Oh, God, it's happening again. You just like text your like wife or something. Hi, darling, have bitten half my tongue off. Please phone the police and tell them I'm at this location. Send help. Imagine getting that as a text. That ties me back to like episode 4. I was speaking to Jeff when he was in like the second of his car accident. He was on the phone to his wife, and then the car flipped and rolled through a field a few times.
Oh God!
And like he hadn't hung up. And the whole way through, I was just thinking, "Oh my God! Imagine being on the phone."
Yeah.
And then at the end, he was like, "So yeah," and I was like, "Your wife was on the phone for all of that." He was like, "Yep."
Jeez.
Fuck. Like you just say, fuck, I imagine they're the noises you make in a car accident. No, I'm upside down.
That's the thing. Like, if there's just like silence afterwards, that's definitely worse. But
yeah,
if you're like conscious, then I know I'd just end up cursing.
Fucking shit. Like that.
Yeah, and then they're just like, "Oh, he's okay, but something's happened."
I'll call him back later. He seems to be in the middle of something. Yeah, 100%. So that's the tongue story, and now my tongue feels wrong.
Well, I hope you're sitting comfortably because Brian May isn't.
Whee!
So you've seen this, obviously.
I have, yes.
We've spoken about it.
You messaged me saying something like, "Do you know what? I'm going to find the text because it was the way you put it just made me laugh." It was. He basically said to me, "Here we go. Oh, why do we text so much? Why are we friends?"
Well, you see, the thing is, I saw Brian May trending on Twitter, so obviously there was that moment of dread initially
Yeah, like when
when you saw David Attenborough in
yeah,
a
and he'd just
previous.
given an interview.
Yeah. So when I text you, I felt like I had to say non-fatal Brian May news because
Yeah,
I didn't
you
want to
just said-
worry you.
Holy shit! I've just seen the non-fatal news about Brian May. That's got to be a podcast topic. And then, literally 1 minute later, I write, "Oh my god, yes, so much yes." And then 2 hours later, I write, "Another bum bites the dust."
Yes, you did.
Because amazing.
And the great thing is, if you're like just saying the baseline, then you can go bum, bum, bum.
Another bum bites the dust. When I first did that, I think I was on the phone to you when I did it. I went, oh, fuck. So that was funsies.
Yeah. So Brian May posted on Instagram. It was a picture of him with a like surgical mask on.
Yeah.
And the caption says, "Reality check for me. No, the virus didn't get me yet, thank God. Hope you're all keeping extra safe out there. A decision to relax controls doesn't suddenly make the danger go away. But me, yes, I've been quiet. Reason? As well as getting overstretched and harassed by too many demands, I managed to rip my gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening."
What a sentence.
So suddenly I find myself in a hospital getting scanned to find out exactly how much I've actually damaged myself. Turns out I did a thorough job. This is a couple of days ago, and I won't be able to walk for a while or sleep without getting a lot of assistance because the pain is relentless. So folks, I need to go dark for a while, getting some complete rest at home. So, I mean, I want to know what he was doing in the garden.
Yeah, no, what was that? Over
enthusiastic gardening.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like Alan Titchmarsh, but I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know what that could be. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean,
I like the idea that it started with him going, "I fucking love gardening," and then he just like the over enthusiastic nature of his gardening eventually took over.
I mean, it's got to be just so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I imagine.
Because I mean, normally
I imagine he's in gluteus maximum pain.
Oh God.
Carry on.
I mean, normally if you pull a muscle or anything, you can find some sort of sitting or laying position that takes the stress off, and you got that kind of moment of relief. But this just sounds horrendous.
I can tell you, okay, because I'm almost 100% sure that you won't know otherwise. Whenever you do RDLs in the gym, Romanian deadlifts, or like barbell glute bridges, that really like probably target the hamstrings and your ass.
Yeah.
If you hit a heavy session of those two things, or even sometimes just one of them, or a good deadlifts, your ass can hurt so much the next day. I mean, just lowering down to sit down on a toilet can be difficult, let alone sitting on anything at all, right? And that's just like bad muscle, like tears from working out. So to literally shred the rear of you, fuck, I don't want to think about that. I'm glad I did leg day yesterday before this discussion.
I remember when I did my first like spin class a couple of years ago. Yeah. And I was working at the hospital at the time.
Got dizzy. Yeah.
And Jesus.
It was just you on a chair going,
Anyway, I was at work the next day, and there was a corridor at the back of the like washing area where we had all the spare instruments, and I knelt down to find something in one of the baskets, and I just could not get back up. I was there for like a solid 5 minutes, just prepping myself to like try and pull myself up on the racking.
Good work. Good work.
That was fun.
Yeah, it hurts, man.
Hopefully he'll have a quick recovery.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian May is a national treasure.
Yeah. Take it easy on the gardening, Brian.
Yeah. Calm down, mate. You've got a lot of money. Just fucking pay for a gardener. You know, people out in the world right now could do with some jobs. So give those jobs to the gardeners. The garden you garden. So that your gardening's gardened. I wish someone's headline had been Brian May never sit down again. That's what a headline should have been. Why is there no Brian May jokes there?
Because we love him, Stephen.
Yeah, that's fine. But it's okay to take the piss. The man ripped his arse to shreds for gardening.
Yeah, I have seen very few jokes. Actually, I think the Another Bum Bites the Dust is like the only one I've really seen.
Yeah. Like, it's okay. He's not going to die. He's made a joke of it. It's all right to laugh. If there's anything in the world that's okay to laugh at right now, it's a man ripping his arse to shreds while over enthusiastically gardening. You know? Come on. It's okay.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, that's Brian May. And now, for another headline. Police bust pub illegally operating and find drinkers hiding inside of cupboards. Pubs in the UK have been shut for weeks in a bid to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Millions of people have been gagging for a beer at their local. However, we're all staying home so that we keep the number of new COVID-19 cases as low as possible. But the police have been shocked to find a small number of people in pubs flouting the rules. Bastards!
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Where was my invite? I would not have gone. Got plenty of alcohol here. Officers got a tip up. What has happened to me? Officers got a tip off. Oh my god, you know how hard it is to say officers and then tip off straight after? I'm keeping... Right, do you know what? We're going to keep all of this in. Officers got a tip off from an anonymous source that the Pittsmore Hotel in Sheffield, England, was still operating and people were heading in there to have a tipple. When they busted the joint, great wording, cops say they fucking... What is this written? America? Say they've found people hiding to avoid capture. Right, well, this definitely wasn't written by the South Yorkshire Police. The South Yorkshire Police liquor like... Why have they written this in such a way to just fuck me up? It's like this is written by Lad Bible. It's like they've heard me read one of their stories before and gone, this will fuck him up. What did you just drop?
I don't entirely know where that came from, but it was a plectrum.
Ah, you might be the only person I know that doesn't just call them picks. Like, and bearing in mind how often I'm at gigs or in rehearsal or with other musicians, there's a lot of people that I could have heard say plectrum. I love it. Never change. Right, let's try this tongue twister again. The South Yorkshire Police liquor licensing manager, John O'Malley, nailed it, said in a statement, I'm scared to read. That's not what he said in the statement. So, John, what have you got to say? I'm scared. Officers attended the premises and found a number of people hiding in cupboards. The pub was clearly still open for business. That's how I imagine he said it. What makes this more significant, is the license holder has already been served a probation notice under the legislation for another premise. Licenses for both venues are now under review by ourselves and the Sheffield City Council, so there may be long-term implications for these businesses. Pubs, clubs and bars have been warned that they'll be at the back of the pack in terms of places to open up once the pandemic curve has been flattened. Why cupboards?
I'm just guessing because they've been drinking.
Yeah, I mean, we can't find any reasoning in this. Ah, fucking Dave, they're here! Get in the cupboard. All right, Keith. Told you. Keith, Colin, Dave. That's what I've got. So, I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. People shouldn't be in the pub.
People are complaining so much about the lockdown.
Yeah. But then they're delaying it.
Yeah, but I just feel like we haven't even hit a proper lockdown because it's been so slow.
We're not Italy. Italy? Oh my god. I tried to say Italy literally had a lockdown.
Yeah.
Italy had a lockdown where there was no one out in the streets. You know, like that was a proper lockdown. It was you're outside. Why the fuck are you outside? Well, that's not a reason. Go back inside. The thing that I don't get right is, as far as I know, we're like one of the only nations where our leader got the illness,
Yeah.
and yet he's still like, it's cool. We might just relax it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, bro, you had it. Like, you nearly left your new, like at that point, unborn child
Yeah.
without a dad, and you were lucky to get through, which is great. The people that were like, "Oh, I hope he dies," blah, blah, it's like, yeah, you're angry at the like government, but like these aren't all his choices.
No.
And also, that dude's wife is pregnant. Like, come on,
Yeah.
see your fucking lives out.
When people get on like Twitter and that, and they're, you know, all in their keyboard warrior type phase, it's lots of things are said, but obviously you don't really want to wish harm on anyone. But yeah, it's madness. Like there are people that are following the guidelines, and I mean,
good job, those people.
Thank you. And
Thank me too.
Yeah. And I haven't seen my family in 2 months.
Yeah.
And I've been going out for my daily exercise, and that's about it. You know.
Yeah.
It's difficult for everyone, but
if everyone solidly fucking followed it for a couple of weeks, this will be over a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Than it will be if everyone just continually shits all over the idea of getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's like in with America as well. They all seem to be opening up again, and it's just it doesn't seem to be getting any better, and it makes no sense. It absolutely baffles me.
It's ridiculous. It's insane that like we're halfway through May. This has been going on for like the entirety of the year, and people haven't got their heads around how important it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult, but I've been having lots of like video calls with people and catching up with people, and like again, I'm lucky because you know I'm working from home, so like all the time we've been in lockdown has actually flown by for me.
Yeah.
Because Monday to Friday I'm still busy, and then there'll be occasions where it's like lunchtime and I've finished my lunch and no one's emailed me. I've had nothing come in. There's no errors within the software, nothing. And I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to watch an episode of Modern Family and just relax.
Yeah.
Because why not? And like, I'm busy enough that when that happens, I'm like, oh my God, this is great. So, I mean, it's going to be harder for some people than others. Like some people obviously live on their own.
If you are living by yourself, then I don't know. I like having time to myself, but if I was stuck inside just with my own company 24/7 for 2 months, yeah, I think that'd probably start getting to me as well.
Yeah, and like I get it, it's difficult, but like you can still talk to people.
Yeah.
In a smart way. Like, so my mum's been struggling a little bit every now and then, just because like she hasn't been able to see me. I'm her only child.
Yeah.
And so like a little while ago, we had to go and pick something up from Sarah's sisters, and she left it on the doorstep, and we went and picked that up, and then like when we walked away from the door, we were down the end of like the drive, and then she opened the door and we were talking from like a long way away.
Yeah.
And we stood there for like 25 minutes, and that's perfectly fine. You know, like I could have held hands with my other half, and at our longest arm reach, remembering that I'm 6'6", I've got long arms. She could have stood next to me and like put her arms out as far as possible as well, and still wouldn't have been anywhere near her sister.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, we drove to my mum's, and I parked up on the drive, and my other half stayed in the car with the window down, so she was well away from my mum, and I got out of my side, which was the opposite side to the front door, and stayed on that side of the car, just leaning and talking to her. And I spoke to her for like 10-15 minutes. Again, we're like 3-4 meters away. And then the other day, I ordered some next day like flowers from M&S, sent them to mum.
Yep.
It's difficult, but like there's ways around it, you know. Like if you want to catch up with a family member, you can do that for like 10-15 minutes outside their house from a good distance if you're smart about it. Yeah, like, as I say, like obviously that they had that whole road had a house party, or had a street party, and the police drove down it and just waved at everyone
Yeah.
because no one was being stupid. Everyone was
Yeah.
on their own driveway. Our lockdown is easy compared to two options: one, a full-on lockdown, or a shit ton of dead people.
Yeah.
So we've got like the easiest option here. Like how much time has people been like, oh, I've got so many things to do around the house, I haven't got time to do them. Or, oh, I really want to watch all these shows and I haven't got time to do it. You have the time to do it now. Stop complaining.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
It could definitely be worse, but people just need to dig in and deal with it temporarily so that we can get over this sooner.
the longer people are being idiots about it, and there's a lot of people that don't flout the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I think that the number of cases and deaths would be very different right now. But even I've lost it with friends of mine we've had a big group video chat, and one of my mates is just like, oh yeah, we had a drink round blah blah's house last night. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
He's like, what? And I was like, you live with your mum. Two things. One, you're older than me. Stop living with your mum. Two, she's in her 60s. This is all fun and games for you, but then imagine someone rocks up at the party, gets ill, you get ill, your mum gets ill, she dies, all because you couldn't handle not having a beer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's gonna take that, I think, for people to realise they need to be less of a moron.
Yeah, but even then, I still think it will be a case of them passing the blame. Like, it won't be their fault.
No, yeah, it'll be, well, that person shouldn't have come to the party if they thought they were ill.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know who else shouldn't have gone to the party? You.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Do you know how you don't get ill? By not going. Oh, we've only got a small chance. Yeah, but you have zero chance if you don't leave the house.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I don't go to parties.
No, it's not. Hey, I need you at more parties, all right? Who else is going to frisbee toast up the stairs at me? Past a very upset Robbie Williams.
Oh, God.
That's a weird sentence. Not even going to explain it.
Nope.
We got real for a second there. That was confusing. We had a proper conversation.
Yeah, don't like it.
Hey everyone, I am Chris.
And I'm Christine, and we do a podcast about life, love, and hot topics. We're family friendly,
Yeah, well, mostly.
and you can catch us every week.
So subscribe to the Chris and Christine Show on your favorite streaming service.
And buckle up, Buttercup, because you're in for some fun.
Some fun? Oh yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Anyway, UFOs.
Yeah! Unidentified fucking objects. That's what the police call it when they don't know who's dogging in the car.
I was going to say enough about the parties we go to, but...
Whey!
So I don't know if you saw this about a week or so ago. The US Department of Defense released 3 declassified videos of unexplained aerial phenomena.
I saw the headline, but I didn't watch the videos.
That's the thing. It's like, with everything that's going on, the Department of Defense have released 3 videos of UFOs, and everyone's gone, nah, we got enough on our plate.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we're kind of giving you some proof here. And they're like, yeah, but I coughed earlier, so give me a fucking chance.
Yeah. So the videos had previously been leaked in 2007 and 2017.
Then I probably have seen them.
2 were published by the New York Times, while the third, and this is my favourite bit, was leaked by an organisation co-founded by former Blink-182 singer Tom DeLonge.
Go on, son. Good job, Tommy boy.
Yeah, I mean, do you know much about Tom DeLonge and his kind of UFO research?
A little bit.
So,
A little bit.
I've sort of heard a little bit. I don't know how, true it is, but I've heard all things about him, like working with NASA and things like that. But he's started a company called To the Stars, which was initially a recording label for Angels and Airwaves.
Okay, yeah.
And then it merged with science and aerospace type companies. And it became To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences.
Okay.
So, yeah, they've been doing lots of work trying to publish more about like UFOs. And I mean, there's so much that they go into. You can kind of get a hint of Tom DeLonge's interest from, old Blink songs like Aliens Exist. And
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I couldn't tell you what it was. I couldn't have a guess, but I'll put a link to the videos so you can have a look, have a guess.
Yeah, I actually need to watch them. Sorry, I got partially distracted then because it got freakishly windy out of nowhere. So much so that, like, the massive tree at the back of my garden moved much more than I've ever seen it move. And this is like an old oak tree, and it's huge. As long as it doesn't blow this way, I am fine with that. Yeah. Any other direction, great. I'll get more sun in my garden. I'm hoping it lands one of two directions where I can go without landing on anyone's property. But if not my property. I need to watch those UFO videos.
Yeah, the Department of Defense said they released the videos in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real, or whether or not there was more to the videos. The aerial phenomena observed in the videos remain characterized as unidentified, so they are still UFOs.
Okay. So this is the thing. If they've been released and they're real, there's no investigation needed. They're UFOs. You know what I mean? Like, by their very nature.
Yeah, by definition, they are.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, apparently they were filmed by Navy pilots in 2004 and 2015. It says they show objects hurtling through the sky, one rotating against the wind, and pilots can be heard expressing confusion and awe.
Well, they are two ways to express yourself when you see an alien or a possible alien. The other one would be, ah! I mean, that's the one I'd go with.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd react, if I'm honest. I want to say well.
I think we all want to say well.
I don't, you know the film Paul?
Yes.
I wouldn't want it to be like that, where he's like, gets all annoyed because he spent all of these years like waiting to meet an alien, and then when he finally does, all he does is pass out. So hopefully not that way.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that again soon.
Yeah, the other day I had ITV2 on. Other TV channels are available, and they had Paul on, and then they had another film on that was an absolute banger. And I laid on the sofa and like didn't move for like 3.5 hours. I think I got up to like get snacks, and that was it. Oh, also one other thing, just because I wanted to mention this to you earlier. Since we've been putting a bit of like effort into our Instagram page, go follow us on Instagram if you follow us on Twitter, or don't follow us at all. If you don't follow us at all, why? Why would you do that? We put so much love into these episodes. So much love. We're at Wait What FM on Twitter and on Instagram. Come on, you can copy and paste it. You know, we didn't make you write two different things. You bastards. If you go onto Twitter, follow us, then you can find a link to the Instagram, because I put everything onto Twitter that comes out of Instagram. Come on. Right, that's enough. But we got an email that said, "Hello, we have come across your Instagram page, and after showing it off to the Runway Fashion Label, just one of them in New York City, they are instantly interested in working with you. They have over 178,000 followers via Chic New York or Chic NYC on Instagram, and have been featured in the New York Fashion Mag Weekly alongside Michael Kors, Tommy Hilfiger, and Giorgio Armani, and more. If you'd like to become a royal ambassador for the fashion label Chic NYC Runway, please get in contact." Now, I know this is spam for two reasons. One, at the time of sending it to us, we had 150 followers. Two, we're a podcast. And I just, in my head, when I read this, I just laughed. And I was like, what do they want me to do? Because no one knows what we look like, right? Well, there's a couple of podcasters out there that know what I look like, because I've spoken to them directly. They know my other Instagram, and also my Instagram has the Wait What FM link in it. But what we would do if we were to become an ambassador for this? First of all, they haven't seen how we dress, so how would they know?
Yeah, I mean, I think you would be more fitting than me.
Maybe that's true. I am overly conscious about what I'm wearing. this way, even just lounging around the house, I realised my current loungewear was pretty shit, so I thought I'd make myself look better. So I brought new loungewear that looks cooler. I can't even leave the house and no one can come round. What the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, I was like, what do they want us to do? Like, describe it? Like, hey, welcome to another episode of the Wait What podcast. Before we start, my t-shirt feels great.
I look amazing, but you can't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Neither can Jono. I'm wearing this for no one. So yeah, that's one of the offers we've been given.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, on the note of us doing stuff, we're gonna have a meeting this coming week, aren't we? About some stuff. Let's not say what about,
Yep.
but that could be good.
It might not be.
Well, hopefully it will be, and hopefully like it's done in time to announce pre-season 3.
Hopefully.
Oh God, saying season 3 out loud feels weird.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Well, we haven't done season 3 once yet. We can't do it again. It is weird because we're only 4 months and 2 days away from podcasting for a year.
We might be out of lockdown by then.
We might be. We might be recording for season 3 by then. We'll probably be in season 3 by then.
At this rate, we'll probably have season 5 recorded and just have them all queued up.
That don't even mess with me. That'd be the happiest man alive. If I didn't have to record or edit a podcast for like a year because I'd put a load of effort in, I'd be the happiest fucking guy alive.
Can you imagine how outdated some of it could be, though?
No, we would slowly transition into speaking about funny things from the past, and then we'd always pick things a few months behind, and then eventually we could just talk about the things as they were happening, but just read out a day like, oh, this was a little while back in, and then just read the date out of the day.
I like your thinking.
I like my thinking too. You know, I'm really glad you're editing this episode because it's about an hour.
Yeah, I've been watching the timer since about 40 minutes, and I'm just going, oh no.
I told you, at the 40 minute mark, you're like, 40 minutes is not too bad because like when you've like put the intro on, put a little bit into the intro, and you know when you're about 20 minutes of edited audio in, you've probably edited about 25 minutes, but you've taken crap out, right? And then you look and you're like, oh great, okay, I've only got like 15 minutes left because you've done 25 of it, and like sitting and editing 20 minutes in one go, not too bad. But like anything past that, you edit like 20 minutes and you still got more than what you did left. As you know, for episode 4, we're recording episode 8, and episode 4 is not finished.
Yeah.
Because I was having too much fun talking to Jeff, and the episode currently is still like an hour and 20 minutes long, and I've edited at least 20 minutes out of that. So episode 1 is out. I've been out for a few days. Episode 2 comes out in 3 days.
Yes, yep.
Oh my God. I just had the strongest like hit of anxiety. Okay, I'm going to have to finish and upload episode 4 today. You've already done episode 5. Good work. I kind of like that we like don't have any mystery behind the episodes and people kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like if anyone's interested in starting a podcast, they get an idea of what it's like. It's hell. But yeah. Should we round this off so that you don't have to do a full hour of editing?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say goodbye very slowly over 2 minutes from now.
All right, I'm just going to leave and I'll let you finish off.
No. If anyone has any ideas of what they want us to chat about, fire it to us. It won't be into season 3 now. It might be season 2. We have talked about maybe extending season 2 out past 10. I think it all depends on how quickly we edit these 2 episodes, really.
Pretty much.
Nice and slowly. If we get these done, then, you know, good times. There'll be at least 10. At least 8. It's been lovely talking to you since 1 o'clock today.
Yeah, it's been nice.
It is now 1 minute to 4. That's somewhat impressive. We've recorded 2 of them in basically 3 hours dead on.
Yep.
I'm going to go get some lunch now. I'm really hungry. I'm going to go for a run in what looks like the windiest weather ever.
Well, enjoy. I've already been out for my walk today, so I'm just going to play some Animal Crossing.
Oh, can you send me that stuff, please?
I already did.
Oh, good. I haven't played it. Good work. Marvellous. Okay, here's a nice bass sound there.
Stop trying to drag it out to an hour.
Oh, okay. All right, bye!